Hey fellow travelers, welcome to Connecting Over Coffee. My name's Louisa and today is Travel Tip Tuesday and I'm going to be giving you 5 tips for LA. Tip number 1, avoid Santa Monica Pier, especially on weekends. Not only is it incredibly touristy and filled with people, you won't get a real sense of the LA culture there. Your best bet is to go to Venice Beach. You will experience more of the LA culture there. Skateboarders, surfers, Muscle Beach, the boardwalk. You'll get to know who LA is there. Also, try to stay until sunset because honestly, the West Coast has some of the best sunsets I've ever seen, and there's nothing quite like sunset on a West Coast beach. It's true. Tip number 2, go to the Griffith Observatory. Not only is it the best place to get the greatest view of all of LA, but it's free. Seriously, it's free. Not only will you get to learn about astronomy, but you'll also get some really awesome views of the Hollywood sign up there. While the observatory sits on top of Griffith Park, in the park itself, there's a lot to do. There's a bunch of hiking trails. There's the LA Zoo. There's the Bronson Canyon. So there's a lot of things to check out and most of it is free, except the LA Zoo. You'll have to pay for that one. Also, Griffith Park was the location for so many movies. La La Land, Rebel Without a Cause, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future. These are all classics now in cinema history. Tip number 3, Museum Row. On Wilshire Boulevard, there is literally a row of museums just zigzagging across Wilshire Boulevard. Starting with the Craft and Folk Art Museum and then going across to the Brea Tar Pits and then back across for a section of the Berlin Wall. And then again across for LACMA, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And then finally with the Petersen Automobile Museum. All of these have great exhibits and it's a great way to spend one full day in LA, just literally walking and bouncing towards all these museums since they're so close to each other. Tip number 4, contrary to popular belief, you do not need a car to get around LA. In fact, we have the metro system, which will take you to most touristy spots here in LA, or you can take the buses. Also, you can just take an Uber or a Lyft here. It's not as expensive as it is in other cities. I'm assuming that's because everybody here has a car, and so I think they tried to keep the prices down on that. But seriously, if you're trying to go somewhere within LA, you can just probably take an Uber or a Lyft there or the metro. For any further away places, that's when you might want to take a car. Tip number 5, Hollywood Boulevard and the Walk of Fame is kind of overrated. I'm so sorry to say this, but it really is. I recommend still going to see it because it's one of those things that you have to see, but just don't go there with this huge expectation of it being something incredibly fabulous, when in fact it's sort of like the Times Square of LA in a sense, because it's filled with a lot of tourists, it's dirty, it's smelly, but the great thing is that there's always something going on and there's always something to see. So go in, grab your shots, but don't expect to spend a very long time there. Bonus tip, and this one is kind of a downer, but it's something that I think everybody should know about, which is that LA has a high amount of homelessness. Due to the weather, it's very comfortable weather. There is a lot of homelessness around LA, and that's just something to consider when you are coming to visit here. I'm from New York, and so I'm sort of used to the homelessness, but even then, this trumps New York in terms of the amount of homelessness that there is. So it's just something to be aware of, nothing to be alarmed, but just something to be aware of. And that way when you're coming here, it's not like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. So this way you'll just know. Okay, so that's all the tips I have for you today. If you feel like I missed one, just let me know. I'm certain I missed one. I missed probably a lot. There's a lot to see here in LA, so maybe I'll have to do another segment. Anyway, until next time, stay safe and stay traveling. Bye.